Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
You gotta switch to me.
Hey, look at that.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dalton, back at it again for that Buzz Squad. And Jacob's still doing that Instagram video.
Oh, it just ended.
Oh, it's like, oh, look, it's Instagramception, but yeah, it's not.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I know you're waiting for me, but we are
So,
some hashtag.
will the real Gargantua
Fortnite.
Dragon please stand up?
Hashtag the way. Hashtag smash mouth. I'm really posting that.
Why Smash Mouth?
Yes. Go check our Instagram. I seriously just posted that.
Oh, that's a thing right there. So today we're gonna talk about what we feel needed to be either retrained or gotten support, right?
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, what is it? This Friday coming up?
That's right.
Yeah, this Friday.
In about 3 days, Buddy Lineage will be coming up.
Hold up. Why did you look at your watch?
I just wanted to check the date.
Okay.
I have a Fitbit, bruh.
Ah,
Come on now.
you got a cool
Come
watch
on.
that tells you you're fat.
No, it doesn't tell me that. It just tells me to walk. I see you didn't get the memo.
No.
All right, that's enough clowning on Jacob. But we're going to get into this because, you know, a lot of older archetypes and old cards got revamped and so forth in Buddy Lineage, and we feel like a few cards got left out. Wouldn't you say?
I'd definitely say so. And I've got a shortish list. I had to keep it a little serious. You know, there are plenty of meme cards we could throw in there. Two, a little shorter, just because I don't want to go on and on and on. But I think we've got some interesting choices between us. And we did not really share our list with each other for this. We kind of kept them.
Well, I wanted you, Jacob, to say, no, there's stuff that I don't want you to know. I want to get your reaction.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So we might end up with some duplicates or something. No promises.
Got it.
The question is, who's going to go first?
Well, Roxas is here. Mentioned Dungeon World. So Lone Remote needed a retrain.
Lone Remote?
Yeah, get that trap, that support, because he was just talking about how Knights got 2 cards. And other dungeon decks got none. And traps were one of those decks. They need a retrain of Lone Remote, man. Because he needs to be non-once per turn. Because that would be busted. And traps would be insta tier 2. Am I right or am I right?
I guess, like...
Do you know what his effect is?
Yeah, he does like a burn and draw, I want to say.
Yeah.
When you cast a trap.
Mm-hmm.
I played it once in a live stream, and it was not a disaster? Well, that deck wasn't.
Well, that was... that was a deck.
I don't necessarily, have opinion one way or another whether or not it should be Lone Remote, right? But definitely Dungeon World's legacy support was lacking in Buddy Lineage. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, you got Knight stuff and then Miseria.
Right. That was about it. Which is the same. But are you checking chat right now? So somebody just said something quite interesting.
What was that?
Well, you got to see it, man. I know you blind, but you got to be able to see this one.
Let's see, which thing? The last time you did this, I unsubbed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Why? We're nice people. We like you.
I guess we're not nice enough.
Did we do this before?
No, the only thing I could think of they could be talking about is archetypes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Roxas, this is right. It's a trap. You don't know.
It's a trap.
That's the whole point about them, you know?
Nani is correct.
But it doesn't have to be Lone Remote. They just needed either a new monster, because that's also a thing they needed, or a retrain of Lone Remote just because that's the boss card, so it makes sense. And because they got some decent trap spells out now. Obviously, it never hurts to get more, if you know what I'm saying.
Their recently released Nullify
Is baller.
is really cool. I like that. That was
Like,
fun to play with.
It should almost be like it would make you want to run traps in all of your Dungeon World decks just for it, because that's just how good it is.
All right, so should I
Yeah, go
cover
ahead.
one now?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
cover the obvious one that you and I both?
The one that I didn't put on my list because I knew you had it on your list. Yeah.
Yes. Probably the card that inspired this video.
Right.
I think that's fair to say.
It might be a meme to some, but who knows?
One of our Dalton and I don't know why we rarely both really like a card design at the same time, right?
Right.
You know, sometimes Dalton loves a card. I'm like, eh.
You know, you're on
Sometimes-
me right now, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I love a card and Dalton's like, no. But this is one that pretty much from the get-go, both Dalton and I have thought is one of the coolest cards they ever printed.
Mm-hmm.
And it is an OG Season 1 card.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the Ninja card, Wanderer the Gold.
Oh, baby, it's golden. Whew.
Wanderer the Gold is really cool. Size 3. Kind of basic in the stats. But he has the ability to attack all of the opponent's monsters and essentially had Spectral Strike before Spectral Strike existed. What was it called? Like Cherry Blossom Storm?
No, he attacked everything.
Yeah, and then he dealt 1 damage for
Did he?
every monster.
I don't remember. It's been a
destroyed.
while. Where's my binders? No, we won't go that far. We won't go that far. But yeah, I agree. He needs a retrain just because I want to make a golden deck or a platinum deck.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely think like he was good card design for the time, and sure, some of the concepts he had were used by other decks. I mean, Ozzy Dahaka's kind of famous now for multi-attacking cards, but I'd like to see it given back to the guy who started it all. You know, and plus, like cosmetically, I love his like aesthetics. I guess you know he looks really cool, and I think a retrain would be great. Plus, ninjas could really use an alternate boss card that's not some form of Tsukikage or his brothers or his fusion or Garga now.
You know what's also cool about Wanderer of the Gold? He was a warrior. One of the few.
That is true. He was a warrior.
It'd be warrior support.
Oh no. Does that mean you can use
A Hero Lives?
yeah.
Stratos?
Uh-oh. I was gonna say Stratos at first, and then I'm like, uh-oh.
Yes. That would be Mimi. And cringe. Let's be real. Alright, so I guess we gotta get to my next card. I'm gonna stay in Continental World. You know, I'm gonna stay there just because all of a sudden I just got kind of hooked on this reason, like, why doesn't this card have its own deck and so forth? Yami Garsaru, if I said that right. I probably messed it up horribly. But my Sky Ninja,
Yamigarasu?
Yamagarasu, I had it down before, and then we went live. And then all pronunciation left. All
I am
pronunciation left.
disappointed.
Don't be. I'm American. But I wish we would have gotten like a more rest-focused deck from Continental World. It would have been baller. Dealing damage, resting opponents' monsters. It would have been awesome. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I think if that was going to happen, he would either need an added ability or a separate standalone like Ninja Arts card that allows you to stand and rest your opponent's cards. Like stand them back up and then rest them. So you can trigger things.
You're trying to meme, aren't you?
Yes, but I think that's the only way you could really make the deck relevant, you know, in this modern age.
Like, buddy relevant? I just saw this in chat. Like, it was like super relevant that you said relevant, and that was there.
This is correct.
All right, so it's your card next.
My card next. Okay.
'Cause I have nothing much else to say about it because it's really just fleshing out the
All
archetype.
right. So I've noticed that pretty much every single card on my list is from the first season.
I tried to not do that.
Turns out I'm really nostalgic right now for the first season to the point where I may or may not have opened a box of a certain set of Buddyfight for you guys for camera. That's going out when? Today or tomorrow? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. So the next one I chose was one of my favorite spell cards from the first season.
Oh, no, it's a 72 pillar.
It is not actually a 72 pillar card. It's a Dragon World card.
Day of the Dragon?
Day of the Dragon. He called it right. Good job, man. Day of the Dragon lets you nuke your opponent's board.
But then you can't attack.
But then you can't attack. And then Viking Sword Dragon came out later, who was a support card for it, that meant you were not affected by the you can't attack this turn thing. Now,
your monsters were unaffected.
Yeah, your monsters were unaffected.
Because you could still attack if you had an item.
Yeah, and I liked that card. I think the cost being severe to get a full board nuke is...
Dang it, Roxas! Why can't you let me have my time with my cards? Sorry.
What?
Nothing.
Is a good idea. But there's one fundamental problem with Day of the Dragon. Even if it got new support cards that let you get around the effect or anything, the fundamental problem with it is it only destroys once. And it doesn't nullify, then destroy. Mm-hmm. So if your opponent has stuff with Soul Guard on the board, it's pretty useless.
Yeah. But unless you can attack with creatures, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think if they kept the card basically exactly the same as it is, but said, nullify all abilities of all cards on your opponent's field, destroy them, and you can't attack this turn. Key thing here is I want them to keep the name the same, so it still works with Viking Sword Dragon.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you see, you have a thing over there that I think you should grab, just to kind of get a little
you want
fresh
to do
start.
That? You want
to just do one.
One?
Yeah, just do one.
Okay. So, I have a pinata. So you guys may or may not know that...
Or remember.
It's been a while.
Because Jacob's been slow.
Hey now.
It's true. I told you a week after the video came out, and then I told you 2 weeks after the video came out, and then there were some times when you had to go somewhere else. But
I've been busy. So we did a giveaway a couple weeks back for some nice playmats. If I was smart, I would have had you grab one before to show them. Uh-oh.
Keep talking.
So we are doing a giveaway of a couple playmats from the fabulous Frost Giant Games LLC. They're really, really nice playmats. And you guys are going to like them, whoever wins them. And I have all the people who are entered into it in this pinata. So, he gave up.
It's underneath a bunch of stuff.
Okay. So Dalton did not grab them.
Yeah, it's underneath a bunch of stuff.
They're all in this pinata. So throughout this live stream, I'm going to, what are we giving away? 3 of them?
3 of them.
3 of them. So
three.
throughout this, we're going to grab one of the little pieces of paper and find out the winners.
And the last time I checked, there was 13 or 14 people.
So yes, this pinata has a flap there, and all the names are in it. So
there's a lot of things that Dalton could be saying if this was above PG-13.
Grab inside it, and our first one. I was gonna say, it's blank. Malik Lewis, I believe it says.
All right.
Just there. So that's number 1.
All right.
Cool. Getting back to it, where were we? Day of the Dragon, done.
Yep.
Your next one.
I'm next. Well, Roxas already kind of spoiled it.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you saw it. You can't really see it. It's not an immediate look, but my boy, that demonic man.
Grendel.
Yes. I need my Grendel. My first true Legend World love. I need him back. I'll be kind of cheesed if he technically does with the new Legend World deck in Ace, and he's like the boss card, and I'll just be like, wow, this is something else. But who wouldn't want that Golden Curse or what was the other name's ability? Oh gosh. Dalton, come on, you know this. Dalton doesn't know this. He just needs better stats, honestly. His effects are fine. Everything else about him was kind of fine. It was just
maybe make his protection a bit stronger. I don't know.
Well, he was protected from spells, so
Right.
that was everything.
That is a really good protection ability.
And then he also destroyed monsters that attacked him.
Yeah, he's got like ultimate counterattack, basically.
Wait. Isn't that the same as the new, what's his name? That new Blood Eyes,
Probably.
the Lost Eyes version. Oh. You've done so much work for us, Grendel.
So I have to say, Grendel would be cool, especially because like
Oh, thanks, Speed Robo.
one of
I
the
failed.
best early memories of us playing Buddyfight was when you built the deck, like right when the set
Right when it came out, I did so much just to get a bloody flag. Because back then, flags were hard to get for us. But now it's like nothing. Oof. Oof. Yeah. Once I got the flag, I built the deck, played it once, and then that was it. Because then it got power crept like extra fast for no reason.
And it, part of the advantage of him was the fact that like you needed to know how to play around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Rolling Stone didn't work on him, which was really important that season.
Just call him to center, baby, and just be like, all right, come at thee.
You flip to the opponent's hand, they have 4 cards in hand, and it's 4 copies of Rolling Stone.
That would be hilarious. They cast it only when they have a monster in center, and it's like, oh, wait, my monster's destroyed now. Oof.
Uh-oh. Oof. So, yeah, that's a great choice. Are you ready for my next choice?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so my next choice is... I'm going to go with a fun one. You guys know I'm a 72 Pillars guy.
Oh,
It's my
here it
favorite
is.
deck. And I've long complained, pretty much since the start of Triple D to current day, about how lackluster 72 Pillar support was. However, the 72 Pillar support in Buddy Lineage, despite only being 2 cards, is fantastic. Absolutely great support. No complaints there. So,
But you want more?
no.
You're
I'm not being too greedy.
You're greedy.
I'm not. It's not a 72 Pillar card. My point being, it makes me feel bad for the other neglected Magic World archetype from season 1, Wizards. Wizards got 1 card in this, and it's a new Dunkelheiten Licht. Another new one. They've gotten so many retrain.
Another one.
And here's the thing. Wizards have multiple different boss monsters that they got support for, particularly when they first came out. They got thrown in as a triple rare or something. And they were really cool card design and really cool. And then they disappeared.
Yep, and then you got other cards. Yeah, they didn't flesh out the boss cards well.
No, none of them. And all of them get ignored when it comes support time. It's always Dunkelheiten Licht or Mary Sue that gets support. We got a Hardy once as an impact monster, and that's it.
Yep.
But there are multiple of them. There's Louvre the Mage, I want to say the name is. There's the Alice card.
Yep, Alice Wonderland or whatever.
There are a whole bunch of them. And this one is not a boss card, but I'm going to argue right now that it should have been considered a boss card for the time. The one I'm going to pick is just my choice, but really any of them would do. The card I'd like to see get support is a Drago Wizard. That being...
Wait. So you mean you want another Drago Wizard drum?
No, that's my point. I would like a retrain of probably one of the coolest cards from season 1.
Drums Buddy.
See ya?
Yeah.
No.
Oof.
Drago Wizard Tempest Wing. Do you remember that card at all?
It is part of my sideboard for my wizard deck.
It's a really cool card. Size 3 monster. Basic stats. I believe a 2-gauge call cost, if I'm correct. And its ability is you can discard a wizard from your hand, which sets up your drop zone, in order to choose monster, I believe. Monster, maybe card. I think it's monster.
I think it was card.
Maybe card. If it's card, it's even better than I thought. And place it into its owner's gauge.
No, then it might have been monster.
Yeah, and it was,
I was thinking it was destruction, my bad.
and it was errata, because it originally said only yours, but that was a blatant mistake because Drum's Adventure had tons of misprints. Yours or your opponent. So you can use it to one of your opponent's monsters, for ultimate destruction, essentially, because they can't get things back out of the gauge. or you could use it on your own if you were like a gauge short for some reason. But just generally, fantastic card. And I'd love to see a retrain of it.
Yep. But wait, that would require wizards to become discard wizards. Harder. I like this. I like where this is going.
You know what? Actually, we should just get an entire sub-archetype that only puts cards into the gauge.
Now I'm forgetting the spell that does it.
Bye-bye later?
Yeah, bye-bye later. Complete bye-bye laters. All right. So I got a really strange one, and I just realized that all mine was in Season 1, too. Mainly because I was being lazy. But I also have archetypes that I can go into that should have gotten support that aren't. But this might be a card you might not even know. And like I stumbled across it, and I'm like, oh, this is a neat card. Kind of weird. I'm only going to give like the ending part of its name. Valfair's Blood.
What
And this is why. This is why. Because it's one of its effects, and the effect that caught my eye.
What is it called again?
Valfair's Blood.
What is it?
It is a size 3 monster from Danger World. It was a rare in Dragon versus Danger.
I don't remember this card at all.
I know. I stumbled across it. I'm like, yo, this would be neat. Maybe just errata. It's the one effect that really caught my eye. Because this effect reads, this card cannot be called to center, nor be linked attacked.
Oh, I do remember that. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, man.
Keep
And
going.
it has counterattack and right, it doesn't have Soul Guard. Does it have Soul Guard? No. But give it Soul Guard and get rid of that. Maybe give it move so you can move it to center. It would be baller as I hit my mic with my face.
Just showing your mic a little love.
I'm good. But I think that would be neat. Just kind of do something random with that, just because not many people know that card off the top of their head. Like, you didn't really know it until I said the thing.
Literally, when it comes to us, when we talk, I'm like the encyclopedia of Buddyfight cards. Dalton's like, what was that one card from that one set that did the one thing? I'm like, oh, simple. You're thinking of
This.
I don't remember that card whatsoever.
Christian, we know you want more Demon Godel retrain support.
I also saw another one suggested by our friend Roxas in the chat, but I'm concerned it's already on your list, so I don't want to bring it up because it is one of Dalton's favorite cards again.
I doubt it.
It's got a number in its name.
Because now I go into archetypes. I don't go into
cards.
So
you're not going to bring up 4000 Festival?
No.
Oh.
Because I consider that to be an archetype.
Oh, okay.
Not a card.
All right, so we'll go back.
Even though it is a card. It's weird.
I think Pinata Time?
Pinata time? Nah, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further.
One more?
Do you have any more?
I do.
There you go.
Let's see. Next one. Actually, my last one that's not just archetype stuff.
Perfect.
Okay. So that will be a size 3 monster from Ancient World.
Is it a Space Emperor?
It is. Gee, it's like you know my taste in Buddyfight and I know yours, and we just know what each other likes in card design.
Yeah, obviously you didn't when I brought up Blood.
I had no idea it existed. So Space Dragger. Space Dragon Emperor Galizond. It's a really basic card, but really cleverly designed for the time. But holy cow. Like, he was bad in Season 1.
Yeah.
He was bad right when he came out.
Well,
he was also really bad because, like, literally 2 weeks later, a certain card got printed called Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
And I kind of like this idea of a boss card that's kind of infamous in how terrible it is / was getting retrained and actually being good.
Now, how would you do that? I want to hear your example for it.
So the first thing, you got to make it so he can't be destroyed by card effects. If he's going to have the life, I think his life link is like lifelink 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's high. If you're going to do something like that, you got to make it so he can't be destroyed by card effects. Because holy cow, he can be destroyed by card effects.
But you're not protecting me from bounce, man.
Second, he needs to just to show how bad he is again. He needs to actually do something when he's on the field because he has literally no abilities.
Yeah.
So his gimmick, though, if you don't know, is there's an Earth Dragon Lord, water.
They're emperors.
Yeah, they're emperor.
You have the Ice Emperor, which was in the negate, Earth, which was life, Fire, which was deal of damage, and Tornado, which was the spell null. And you had to have all 4 in your drop and pay 3 gauge and put 1 of each into its soul. And then it just sits there as a big wall. That was crappy.
Chat, please answer me this. Has anyone here ever fought with or against Space Dragon Emperor Galazond?
Christian, I better see you commenting here. Christian, I don't see you commenting. Because I built the deck.
Yeah, I do remember that. And even you were like, this ain't so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad when people are like, man, you should just run Wild Dragons.
Yeah. Wild Dragons were better at the time.
Yeah, and they were not very good in Season 1. So that's actually my last actual card to talk about before I get into general archetype support.
Well, before that, let's get that pinata that's shaped like a donkey.
Hang on. All right, you ready for this, chat? Someone's gonna have to censor this in post. Oh no, they all went to the front. I gotta really dig in there real deep, guys. Uh-oh, some of its stuffing's coming.
Oh no, Master Will 3 says it's Fortnite pinata.
Maybe. All right, so we have...
Which dance, Roxas? What?
I can't read your handwriting.
It's because I had to keep doing it. Because I'm pretty sure this guy changed his name. King Lance 027. Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations. You just won yourself a Frost Giants playmat.
Ooh, that's good stuff. All right, so we're ready to move into general.
They stole a lot of them, bruh. If you want to get technical, Fortnite stole a lot of dances. All right, archetypes, right?
Why are we talking about Fortnite in our Buddyfight stream?
Yeah.
Buddyfight gets cancerous enough already. Let's not do that. So you get to start with the archetypes.
Archetypes, all right. Because I didn't write them down. I have to remember them off the top of my dome. Crimson Battlers. It's very simple. It was kind of obvious. Yes, we did get drum, but we need more.
Can you please read the request you just got in the chat?
No.
The Lucario Knight asks, can we please get ASMR Dalton? Go. You can do it, Dalton.
So Crimson Battlers.
Wow.
You see, I don't follow Fortnite like that or any memes like that anymore. That was me back in high school, middle school. So I actually have no idea what ASMR is.
That's like the soft talk and whispering stuff. Okay, guys.
No, sorry. This is what I can give you. Be lost, mortal, for I am Vandidiask. That's what I can give you.
Cool. All right, so tell us about it.
So Crimson Battlers?
Yeah.
They just need more. They need a new item. They need more support cards. Drum was nice, but he can't do it himself, man. His brother needs to come through, or cousin, or whatever we decided what. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting names left and right. It's not Rock. It's what was
Rock
the card?
Bunker Dragon?
Was it Rock?
Yeah, it was Rock Bunker Dragon.
Hey, okay, that was right.
You were right. I remember because for regionals back in Buddyfight.
Nah, don't talk about your trash.
I ordered from eBay the last copy of Crimson Battler Drum Bunker Dragon I needed for my deck, and it arrived on the day of the tournament, and the guy sent me a Rock Bunker Dragon instead. You get the brother.
Yes, Spin Nail and Spike Nail got retrained, but they're okay. You don't really need them for the deck. It's really drumming any item for the win. I feel like there just needs to be another boss card. Because like before the new drum came out, the Crimson Chieftain Fist, you were running it wasn't the first. No, it wasn't the second. It was the first and third in your deck. At least I was. Oh, wow. Deja vu. Going back in the days of what your decks look like.
I don't know what we're talking.
We're talking about Crimson Battlers, man.
Still? Jeez, man.
Fine, go talk then. Jeez.
Oh. I think I triggered Dalton. I think I did. All right, so I'm going to cover the next one. And I'm about to make some people really, really triggered.
But back to the Crimson Battlers.
Oh, no.
Go.
I think we should get more support for chess.
We already did.
I know. And it was pretty cancerously good support. But I'd like to see some of the other cards from chess.
No, what are you talking about? They just got moved into Star Dragon World.
I know. That's why I want the generic ones.
No, man, no. You can't do any more with the chest.
Oh, just because they're
we still need the bishop for draw medals. How else are we going to do that meme?
Yes.
That's all we will say?
Okay. I guess I've been shut down. Thanks, guys.
You want to go to another attribute since you were shut down so hard?
Why did we never get a chessboard set spell?
Why didn't we get like really neat version spells like Knight to G4, kind of like how computer spells are worked?
Yes.
Yes, that's all you have to say. Oof. Draw medals with new traps. Is that what I hear? What is this?
What's your next one, Dalton?
Oh, because you were shut down, I was going to let you do another one.
No.
No,
your turn.
Oh, fine.
Actually, I did not include it in my list, but now that it's getting brought up in the chat, yes, computers do need more support. They're the one X archetype that has been very much neglected.
They were never supposed to be anything mainstream.
They're just supposed to be for the Mega Man nerds.
I was going to use a computer pun, and then I realized I'm not that tech savvy. That's your lineup. But I do agree with Wild Dragons need more support. I know I'm sticking a little Ancient World-esque. Ever since LDOs came out, I've been full Ancient World. But Wild Dragons, ever since our, you could say Castlevania support, we needed more.
Aesthetically, that stuff was so cool.
We need more. And I just don't know what else to give it off the top of my head. I don't know what other Wild Dragons that have a discard effect that we could give it off the top of my head right now.
One that kills the opponent's gauge. Make it...
Oh, you just want to make this ace.
Yes. Wild Dragons, more than any other deck, like, feels the burn of, like, catch-up syndrome. Where, like, they always get a couple cards that are, like, as strong as what the current decks have, but not enough, so you're still running some of the old support, which is, a season back, and then everything else pushes forward a season, and then they catch up, and then it keeps going, and they're never quite there.
They're always 5 steps behind.
All right, so you know how I said chess, and it was kind of memey, but really it was a serious suggestion?
Now what's your meme?
I'm going to lose all credibility I have.
I'm getting ready to get up.
Let me rephrase. I'm going to lose the very little amount of credibility I still have.
Getting ready to leave.
Let me rephrase. I don't have any credibility.
I'll sit back down.
I think... Help me, Mr. Donkey. I think that we really need to get some Ozen support. Oh, no.
Hello, and welcome back to the Dalton TCG Buzz, where we have DD Gargantua Punisher Inflatable Sword.
No, seriously, we need Ozin support. I'm not joking. Not because Ozins are good, but because they're not, and because they never have been, and they never will be. That's why they need support. Just the concept that Bushiroad would push out an Archetype to die, and they did. Ozins were purely created to die and just suck. They were not meant to be good. And never give it support. They got one support card ever, and it was literally in the very next booster set. And it was the cat.
But it was good support.
It was good support. But I'm not saying they need anything meta relevant or anything, but you can't release, first of all, you can't release an Archetype based off of the letter of the alphabets and not include all of them. Even Worms from Yu-Gi-Oh! Got it right, and you have all A through Z.
Sorry, if it's not Blue Eyes, I don't care.
Oh. But like, I don't know, the Archetype's not good, and it fundamentally never will be. But it'd be nice to see at least, one or two new cards added for it. At the very least, though, make people, when they're fanning through their booster pack, go, what the hell is this? And be interested in learning what the heck Ozin cards even are. Not that anyone's going to want to play them.
Yeah, I'll still tech in that one spell from Ozins that discards 2 cards from my hand and my construct deck.
That's pretty spicy.
It is a spicy and meatball.
All right. So now that all shred of credibility I had left is gone, your turn.
Cosmo Dragoons. They need more support. It's that simple. That's all I have to say. If you disagree, then why you hate on Cosmo Dragoons? They're awesome.
Cosmos are already still pretty good, though.
They need more. It's Cosmo Dragoons.
Maybe they ran out of, sci-fi writers.
Fair
I don't
enough.
think so. There are hundreds, but...
Fair enough. Fair enough. How about... Jacob, you're looking really hard at chat while you're on screen.
Whoops.
Let's see.
Whoops.
Do you have another archetype or?
Of course I do.
What is it?
Actual serious one this time. Actronites. Chess got its first ever new wave of support last season. And I thought they'd continue that and give some of the other generic archetypes like Battle Deity Robo? That's the other one, right?
We don't speak of those.
No one cares about that. But Actronites is a beloved deck for some people. I'm not even one of those people. I never really played it, but I know some of the cards are really cool. Actronites, the Fool does some really cool stuff and has some cool support cards that they could continue doing that. Actronites Judgment is absolutely stellar and would probably be suspect number 1 for a retrain. But you have to be careful with it.
Or would it be everything else and you keep Judgment the same?
Maybe, because Judgment's still pretty decent.
Or would it just become bad Judgment and good Judgment? Is this too much for you? Can you not handle?
Yeah, but they're pretty cool stuff. I gotta say, they were for the time. The Darkness Dragon World build with them in season 1 was really cool. So was the Magic World build with them, and I could see them being decent.
Okay.
And flavorful, there are tons of people who love, their style. So why not?
You see, all I really want from Generic World is the flag. Because it's already been shown in the anime. Episode 1 of Season 1. We just need our flag, man. That's all we need.
Oof.
So I guess it's my turn, eh?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Through the vast knowledge of... Do I go extra meme and go with mummies? Or do I just say armor knights in general?
Mummies.
Mummies? We need more mummies support. I don't know what
You
exactly.
need your mummy.
Maybe a counter spell. A counter spell that calls stuff from drop. Yeah. Just more calling from drop.
No.
Just more call from drop. Because what, you just have the item, because now builds, you don't even run the set spell, because the set spell's kind of slow and not really good. But yeah. Yeah. Mummies. Need more mummy support. Maybe even give them a Armor Knight Mummy Demon Ace.
By the way, I forgot something. I was told I'm supposed to have one of us tell people at the beginning of our live streams that we do have super chat, and that's a thing. And
we have super chat?
Yeah. And if anyone wants to use it, they should. But, I forgot.
Now you know.
Yeah. When we're 75% done, something like that?
Something like that.
I actually only have one more. Do you have more than that?
I could always come up with more.
Okay, so I only have one more, but that'll
What is your one more?
into the big thing I want to talk about.
Oh, you have a big thing you want to talk about.
The last one I have is fairy support. That is not Sylph or secretly actually wider Sakal support or toilet support. No. Hear me out. Hear me out. Give me a chance to explain. Give me a chance to explain. I have good reasons. Lower your weapon. He's backing away. Or he's winding up. I'm not sure which, and I'm concerned. All right, so this is the archetype that kind of made me really think about this.
Oh, Ace of Spades, let's hit him.
But it's not the main culprit, but I like Fairy. I like, how it's kind of mixed with Wider Sakal, but kind of wasn't. And then Toilet became a thing. But I thought about something. Pretty much every time we get a full Legacy support set, we get a new Sylph. Sylph has, 5 or 6 different versions now?
You have original Sylph. You have crit Sylph. You have call stuff or equip an item Sylph. You have impact Sylph. And then you are getting the new Sylph.
Isn't there that one, more realistic looking one? More adult looking?
The size one, yeah.
Yeah.
The size one is, yeah.
Yeah. And now the new one. And I realized something. I'm kind of sick of Sylph. I'm not sick of the deck. I'm sick of Sylph. And then I realized something. This isn't the only deck that this is the case. I'm not sick of Prism Dragons. I'm just sick of Athora. I'm not sick.
I got you. You're sick of the main boss cards. You want the alternate boss card.
Kind of.
I got you.
The problem is Buddyfight tends to do their support on a 6-month or yearly basis.
Back up. I know you're technically talking about fairies.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just go with Wider Sakals for a moment here. Where's my next Elizabeth?
Oof. I'm going to say something here. Controversial. Ready? I am the 72 Pillars guy, right? I'm sick of seeing Osmodai. Not because I don't love Osmodai. I do. Osmodai is my favorite card.
What have you done with the Jacob that I know?
But every time there's 72 Pillars support, it's always Osmodai and maybe a random other card that's a Rusafel or something thrown in. I'm sick of seeing Ball Dragon.
Sorry.
I'm sick of seeing every boss card. Because every time they do Legacy support, which is usually at this point twice a year by now.
Right.
Sometimes more. X because of X2 and stuff. We had tons more. I'm not sick of Legacy support. I'm sick of the cards we're getting in the Legacy support. Because it's always the same cards.
I feel you.
There are 2 things they should be doing. One, if they're going to retrain cards, it should be other cards from the main archetypes.
Right.
Star Dragon World, looking at Neo Dragons, there are tons of cool Neo Dragons that aren't just another Jackknife.
Right. You got the stronger line. You got cord.
I forget the one's name, but the one that gets you extra turns.
Saturn, Jupiter,
Like
Jupiter.
There's that one
Saturn
boss card that they used to run that's a size 2 that like pops cards.
Marshall
in the field.
Marshall
Fortress is another one. There are tons, but it's always Jackknife.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Did you just say that Dragon Lords are getting more support? Looks like it's just another dual Seeger.
Or Jaeger.
Oh.
Those, well...
Look at that. You said that Armor Knight Aces are getting support? Oh, look, it's our 4th copy of Armor Knight Cerberus. Well, in this case, it's not an ace, but, you know.
Oh, no. Not an Overturn Hanako, please, no. Not an Overturn Hanako.
I'm worn out of seeing these cards. We've mentioned it, look at Construct. The only legacy card Construct has gotten in the past, 4 years, has just been, here's a Blade Wing. Here's another Blade Wing. Here's another Blade Wing.
We got a Raven,
Blade Wing.
Which is really just Blade Wing.
I don't want my legacy deck, my Thunder Knights deck, to all be Commander Fawns. I don't want my Ride Changer deck to all be winning maximums. The problem, I know, I'm just throwing things off the top of my head. I don't want my Wizard deck to all be Dunkelheit and Lich.
Oh, so you want Mary Sue?
They keep reusing the same ones over and over again. So those are the only cards you can play. And the decks lose so much of their, variety and their aesthetic to just being one card. And then when we do get new versions of the main boss cards, they never feel special anymore. A new Tsukikage came out in this set, and I'm like, oh, okay, another Tsukikage. When there are plenty of other really flavorful ninjas they could do retrains of. I myself, I'd love to see a retrain of that one, I want to say Ninja Water card, the size 1 monster that acts as a spell null.
Only during your opponent's main phase? Yeah.
That would be great. There are tons. But Bushi, because of the way they do things, they only give the notable cards retrains. The other thing they should be doing is giving us new cards based off of new characters for those archetypes. I think if I have to give an archetype credit for it, I think Purgatory Knights do a pretty good job of that. Whenever they get legacy support, you usually get a couple new Purgatory Knights we haven't seen before. I'm trying to think of another good example. I don't know.
I don't know if you could say that necessarily with Purgatory Knights, because technically, from the last, 2, it's really just been Demios, just with a new name, if you want to get technical. But from Evolution and Mutation, actually.
We always get a new Yami Gitsune.
Yep.
We always get a new Cerberus. We always get, except for this set, a new drum. We always get new ball, and maybe another ball, which is a Ball Soleil. We always get...
Ball Soleil?
Yeah.
Soleil?
Whatever its name is. And here's the thing. Even not counting the fact that, overall, I'm kind of sick of legacy support just because it was overdone in the later parts of X, which it was. I think they gave enough break for it. But I'm going to be honest, there's not a single card in Buddy Lineage that surprised me. It's formulaic and predictable.
There was no. Yeah.
Was there a single card in the set that was truly a surprise?
There was no. We got a mini Gear God. That's got to count for something.
There's a Yamigato SD, which is pretty cute. But
if you ask me, the effect is wrong, but that's besides the point.
But it's gotten to the point where I'm just bored of how they do legacy support. Then you look at, when they actually do main set legacy support. The shining example still being Water. There were, retrains of their big boss card in Nanase, but they got new cards too.
Got a new card. You could almost say the the new boss card in a sense, you know.
And they got some spell cards and stuff, you know, to
Right?
keep them up.
We still need to get a retrain of Cat, but
And it still felt like the old deck, but with new cards. 80% of your legacy support deck shouldn't be recycled. It should feel like the cards you love, but it shouldn't be the cards you love. Not all
it
the
should
time.
be the archetypes you love.
I hate to say this, but look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Elemental Heroes / Neospatian / all that junk has been going crazy with the legacy support this season. It's not just 100 copies of Neos, right? Instead, you get a Prisma, or you get, you know, things like different fusion monsters, or even new basic forms of cards. It's not just, here's Neos again. Next year, here's another Neos. Next year, here's another Neos. Next year, here's another Neos. Next year, here's another Neos.
But I can hit you with the Blue Eyes. Because Blue Eyes is very Blue Eyesy.
Yeah, but even then, you still got some of the, you know, of the Eyes of Blue cards that change up every now and then.
So what you want me to say?
I don't know. I don't know what I want to say, but
It just seems like you're on a rant.
Bushi, I'm bored. I've never been bored with Buddyfight before. Not like this.
So is this going to be a situation of Super, where you
No,
temporarily
I'm still
get
loving
out?
the current stuff. I think Ace has been incredibly exciting, but the legacy support has been not bad. There are great cards in it, but there's literally nothing surprising, you know. And without surprises, it's not fun. It's just, oh, looks like there's some extra updates for my deck, a couple new Osmodai, so I guess I gotta go buy those as singles, or, you know, whatever, get a box, or... That's not exciting. Whereas, oh, you remember that way obscure Dragon World card they threw that you might remember from the first season, or this random rare, what was it, size 3 card from Dragon versus Danger? That
Right? Yo, I just realized I didn't talk about the main card that I wanted to talk about.
What was that? Go ahead.
It's in the thumbnail, bro.
Oh,
Super Armor Dragon, Gargantua Blade Dragon. Oh, I feel like a fool. It just needs more support around it. It easily can be its own deck. The whole discard weapons for effects. Somehow fuse it with a Leviathan. No, that's too memey. But continue on your rant, sir.
I think the big problem is just how they do legacy support. I think doing singular sets that are all devoted to legacy support and spread out between all the different legacy archetypes fundamentally can't keep working. Because what are they going to do for Buddy Lineage 2? Whatever the next, you know, legacy only support set is.
Don't give them ideas of names.
Whether it's 6 months from now, a year, even 5 years, you know, it's not going to be. Bushi loves doing them. Let's say it's 6 months from now. That's my guess. What are they going to do for it? We're going to get another Osmodai. We're going to get another drum. We're going to get another ball. We're going to get another Tsukikage. We're going to get a couple random smaller archetypes thrown in, and that's going to be your lot. There's going to be another Athora. It's boring. Why not instead just give us 1 or 2 legacy archetypes and more thoroughly support them? So sure, maybe not everyone's going to buy the set, you know, for them, but those who do will see a lot more fulfillment from it. As it is right now, the legacy support feels hollow. It feels shallow. It feels kind of like a blatant money grab.
Fair. Very fair. I don't know what to say to your little mini rants. It's all very valid.
That's not to say I don't hate legacy support. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. I love when we're in spoiler season for a legacy support set. It's exciting to debate about and talk about and theorize.
Well, of course, because you always want to see your daddy.
I do. But I feel like Busher knows that we all have these specific monsters that we love and we will buy no matter what if they show up. And they take advantage of that.
Right.
Instead of, you know, doing unique things with archetype design. and, giving us maybe a twist to a deck's play style or changing up. I mean, Modern Water plays drastically different than what it did when it first came out in Season 1. But it still feels like the same deck. And, it was fun. There has never been a Legacy support deck that was that interesting. Ever. And I feel that's probably the model they should go with. Not always, but maybe say each season pick a couple Legacy support decks to go all the way in and make them at least rogue viable strategies. And then, a little more spaced out, maybe once a year and once every 2 years, give us one of these splashy Legacy support sets where everyone gets a little bit of a drizzle.
Oof. Talking about other play style Sun Dragons in chat. Oof, that was my biggest pet peeve about Sun Dragons, but we won't get into that.
All right. So I think in summary, I think we should all agree that the next Legacy booster set should only be a single copy of Ball Soleil.
Oh, I got it. The next Legacy support should be done like how YouTube's Rewind was done. Oh, I'm sorry.
We got one more playmat to give away.
I know. I was waiting on that. Yeah. You were just so deep in your rant.
I know. This is the post-rant reward, I guess.
You stuck it out.
Maddie Jovinen.
Joheven? Maddie Joheven. Oof, sorry if we mispronounced your last name. But hey, we got our... if they can see it.
Yeah.
Well, we got our 3. That's
so
three.
We'll reach out to those 3 people later on, and congrats for the playmats, guys.
Right. And I'm sorry for the horrible joke about the rewind. I wish that would never happen. Unless we can all agree on something good, hint, hot, more water support, more trap support, cough, cough. But remember this. This is our opinions, You don't have to take these to heart or anything like that. I feel like we should really push that factor. It's our opinion. And any last words from you?
I feel it's better.
That's not ranty.
I feel it's better to give a couple of players a really good day than to disappoint everyone a little bit.
It seems ranty.
That's it. I'm done.
But above all else, make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell to get them notifications. Check out our Instagram, as you saw at the beginning of this stream. We just posted something, so you should go check that out. Double tap that. You know what I'm saying? Join our Discord. Check out our shop. All links will be in the description down below. Stay classy, y'all.
Thanks for listening to TCG Buzz. New episodes can be found on tcgbuzz.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For box openings, deck profiles, and more, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.